Okay, everybody, let's go ahead and jump on in. Here we go. Ta-da! Hey, what's up, everybody? So, thank you so much for joining. I had some people follow the stream since the last time, so I wanted to take a minute and say thank you to Akanzar, thank you to King Maul, and thank you to Krellin. Thank you all so much for following the stream. I really appreciate it. So, as I promised, we're going to spend about the first 5-10 minutes or so showing off something really new. Now, you might have noticed the UI changed just a little bit. The entire MegaMek team has been just putting in the hours, making some phenomenal, amazing changes, and I am so pumped. But we have Alatar here to help us out, make sure that I don't miss anything crazy. So for a lot of folks who do custom campaigns, they use MekHQ as just a GMing tool. One thing that's been asked for a lot is to be able to modify planetary systems, do all sorts of stuff like that in order to denote when ownership of something changes or change the gravity or whatever the case might be. So ask and you shall receive. It might be in a month, it might be in a decade, but you shall receive. So now you go into GM mode, you right click on a system, GM mode, edit system. It's all right there. You've got the entire list of all the systems on the left hand side. You've got system details, system events. This shows what jump stations there are, if there are any recharge stations, things like that. You can edit these. You can add recharge stations. Just set it to yes. Now there's a recharge station. This affects your jump point recharge time, as well as some of the cost that is affected with this. Planetary events, there's only typically one planet that's inhabited at a time. And so, boop, there's a planet. Here's a really cool thing. So you can edit events on any day. It shows you who owns the planet, what day they started owning the planet, what the population is on a day, is there an HPG station, what's the socio-industrial stage, and if you have any specific messages that you want to put in. It's like, hey, tomfoolery took control of the system on this day. You can put that in a message. So, for example, we're in 30580312. We're going to say that, let's say, Clan Jaguar. Smoke Jaguar took control on this day in history. So, Clan Smoke Jaguar took control this day in history. We're not changing the anything else, but we can say Smoke Jaguar surprise attack. You add an event. You save all the overrides. It tells you what happened. It tells you that it saved it. You close it, and now Clan Smoke Jaguar owns the system, changes the colors, does all the fun things. And with that, you'll notice the little blue circle on the outside. Any system that has that blue circle on the outside denotes that it has an override in place. If you're already running with custom planets and everything like that, these overrides will override any of these custom changes. So you don't have to go back. You don't have to change everything. You don't have to do any of that. All you have to do is do the overrides. Then they're in place. And if you want to take them out, if you want to remove them, easy. GM mode, edit system. All you do is you delete override. Do you want to go back to canon data? Yeah, I do. Boom, done. Everything's done. It's such a beautiful addition. So fantastic. So easy to use. And the last thing, before I forget it, you can go to planet properties. You can change the gravity of any one of these worlds, the temperature, the pressure, the atmosphere, all that. Thing to keep in mind, though, any scenarios that are already generated, not changed. Not changed at all. It only changes future scenarios that are generated. So if you land on a planet and realize, oh dear, it generated a scenario, I do not want this to be 2 gravities. I want this to be like regular gravity. I really don't like this. That scenario that is already generated will still have the 2 gravities or whatever it was before, but any future scenarios generated will have those updated changes. So just keep that in mind. Everything down below, it's all fluff. This is all fluff. It's to add flavor to your game and for you to make it the way that you want to make it. The MegaMek and MekHQ teams are doing such an amazing job of providing additional flexibility for the players that want flexibility. They're doing an amazing job of also streamlining things for the people who just want to enjoy the game. So I hope that all of you out there who've been asking and waiting for this feature enjoy it. I hope you like it. Hopefully you've enjoyed this little overview. There's going to be a tutorial coming out on YouTube publicly here in the next day or two, because hopefully the new patch 0.51.0 will hopefully come out soon, trademark, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. I know that the team won't put it out before they're ready, and I wholeheartedly agree with that. So if anybody has any additional questions, we have Alatar, the man who did all the work behind us, here in the chat with us. Ask him some questions. If you want me to show you something else, please feel free to ask. We'll go ahead and get that knocked out, and I'm happy to show you guys. I'm also wondering, I think it got pushed out. We're going to see... No, I don't think it got merged just yet. So, Ileani has added a thing that has been asked for since at least 2019, which is a search bar in the warehouse, in the personnel tab, and in the hangar. It just has to get merged. That's it. It just has to get merged. And as soon as it gets merged, oh, the world, every dream and hope that I've ever had will come true. So, anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and start jumping into things. I don't even remember what's happening. I know we have a facility assault in 1 day. We've got a dropship assault that we're going to be ignoring in 2 days, a VIP ambush in 2 days, and a convoy escort in 3 days. Oofda. And we have folks who are hurt, I believe. Boop. Yeah, but we're okay. Knee fracture. Spooky is still out for the count. Let's see what we can do with the repair bay. Let's go ahead and repair some stuff. I know the team's also been doing some stuff in the mass repair, mass salvage, and I honestly just need to go through. So it's up to you. It's up to you whether you want to fill your infantry with normal soldiers. So the blob soldiers have, or the blob crews have been around for, I think, since 50.10, I think. No, 50.12. And so it's up to you. If you want to go through and you want to hire soldiers for every single slot within your infantry units, go for it. Knock yourself out. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It's up to you. What I'm probably going to end up doing is I'm probably going to have my officers and my NCOs be actual people, and then all of the like lower enlisted, the privates, things like that, they'll be just blobs. Whatever, who cares about them? All right, well, Bravo Lance. Okay, you've got 1 day, you're fine. All of that is all done. Good deal. Things got fixed, which is pretty ideal. Let's go ahead and advance the day. Let's see what happens. Nothing bad can possibly happen, right? We got our facility assault. Oh, good. Bernensky was discharged from the hospital, and we found a whole bunch of machine gun ammo, because that's what we needed on this day in history. We needed machine gun ammo. Okay, so let's go to active. Facility assault. Where is the facility assault at? I think it's the spaceport, isn't it? Yeah. So I could send in Alpha Lance, which will probably do a real number on everything. Oh, hold on. I need to look at my tanks, because formation Alpha Lance is one of these was immobile, but I think everything got fixed up on it. Yeah, I think we're fine. I think we're good now. Well, let's go ahead and go to the briefing room and let's deploy Alpha Lance. Go Power Ranger. We should probably... I would like to take a foot platoon. Take a foot platoon. We'll take an APC. And we'll hope for the best. All right, somebody has to remind me to actually load the infantry into the APC this time. That would be ideal. So dusk dawn, if we can avoid that, that would be great. Daylight is much more gooders. All right, a hidden enemy control facility has been identified for destruction. This installation is too valuable to remain in enemy hands, and its defenders must be eliminated to ensure it is no longer operational. Your mission is to destroy at least 75% of the defending forces. This is not an occupation, this is an eradication. The priority is destruction, not capture. Do not concern yourself with securing the facility. The enemy will fight to protect the installation, but their defenses will crumble under sustained pressure. The victor will control the battlefield through the engagement, and yeah, cool. Cool. What do they have? We may end up crushing them. We may end up doing very, very bad things to them. So we need to destroy a Shrek, a Patton, and a Patton. I think we'll be okay. Let's go. Defense drop. Really probably should split my recovery lances into like 2 lances each. That's okay. That should be plenty. And go. All right. So you should be... We should be able to... Uh-oh. Did I make a mistake? I might have made a mistake. I don't think I did. Should be able to load... Is it configure? Might be configure. That's not it. Oh, I should know how to do this. If I can't figure it out, then I'll just suck it up and deal with it. Oh, that's not it. Oh, I can't load onto. That's weird. That's unfortunate. We'll just we'll deal with it. They're gonna walk their way in, and it's gonna be great. I think I need one of my. Oh, you know what? They only have one ton of transport. That's why. I should have brought one of my Maxims, but oh well. Well, APC can go there, and well, actually right there should be fine. Awesome. Should have shots from like hither, right? Kind of, sort of, ish. Big on the ish. Oh, why shouldn't you be trying to fill your infantry? It's, like I said, it's up to you. The Mana Core. They're going to make this super easy for me, aren't they? All right, so remind me, the Patton has, what, an AC-10 on it? Yeah, it's got an AC-10 LRM, which we can eat that a couple of times. We just need to dump on the Shrek. That's it. If we can dump on the Shrek, life should be fine. Then our foot platoon. Brutus can definitely go there. The Behemoth. And our Ostrak. Should totes go like here-ish? Actually, it should go back just a little bit. We should be able to pretty well ignore the turret. Whoops. Go there. Can you see them? Yes. And where are they at? They are in, nice, long range, cool. Kind of want to leave everybody still so that we can just pummel them. Because they're about to have a super bad day. No. I mean, I just think about like reading the Black Death Legion or the Grey Death Legion, and hearing how the infantry gets treated there, and there's a reason why that author only introduced you to like one of the infantry soldiers, because everybody else just dies. McGib, I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for joining tonight. I appreciate it. Yeah, we should be able to make a 3, hopefully. Good, we made the 3. This is good. Okay, so we can skip you. Range, high to low. Yeah, they are definitely the red shirts from the Enterprise. Also, if anybody knows what the menu, like where the menu option is to make the weapon order high to low by default from the client settings, I know it exists because Alex reminds me every time, but I looked right before the stream and I couldn't find it. All right, the PPC carrier has got to go. So hopefully triple tapping the PPC carrier with some PPCs will make that go away. But just for good measure, we'll also... Oof. We will unload on the Patton with this. Oh, whoops, don't do that. Well, let's do some of this. We'll let the tanks deal with the Shrek otherwise. My goodness. But hopefully, ideally, we just take care of both the Shrek and this Patton this round. Yeah, Paycar can be nice. Paycar can be nice to use, especially when you're just wanting to chill and deal with the management side. Oh, let's take a look. So, game. Ah, you're right. I think you're right. So, range, high to low. Game, save weapon order. We'll see if that works. I mean, honestly, this thing should be super duper dead, but we'll just unload it. Unload one more time and call it a day. That might not have worked. Oh well, I'll deal with it later. That's a later me problem. Outer range for the dead fires. Okay, cool. Hey, now, everybody can always teach me things. I do not know very much. I am just a potato playing a video game for other potatoes. That's all I'm doing. Do I want to go 5 over? Yeah, why not? All right, so we're going to do an abbreviated version of this because I think that just a lot of bad things happen to 2 tanks in particular. But the Behemoth takes a hit, and one of the LRMs goes down. The Shrek shoots at the Behemoth and makes it so it moves even slower. The Awesome hits with 3, and the right side is down to 3 internal structure. The Shrek then takes even more hits and more hits and more hits. The Patton starts taking some hits. The Patton hits the Brutus with a single LRM-5, doing 3 points of damage to the front. The Kerensky against the Patton hits with a whole bunch of stuff, and it's immobilized. The Siege Gun emplacement tried to hit the Awesome twice with a couple of PPCs and failed, which is just fine with me. The PPC Carrier takes even more hits but stays standing up, but then it dies. All right, PPC Carrier is down. The most deadly thing on the field for me. Does Princess have different difficulty settings? Kind of, sort of. You can change the aggressiveness of Princess, and I can show you in just a second. Good, and the Patton dies. So that is 2 out of the 3 tanks down. Ta-da! So what you can do, and you can do this in the, like in the lobby, you can do this in several places, but if you edit the bot settings, well, that's me. If you edit the bot settings, you can change the behavior so that Princess will be much more aggressive, will not care if they're hurt, be super, do all of those things. And you can make it react differently. All right, so a couple things got a little warm, but that's a-okay fine. There's nothing wrong with that. We are down to 1 enemy tank that we have to destroy. That poor little Patton is going to be having a very bad day here pretty shortly. Betting it's going to move up. Yep. There it went. Let's go ahead and risk it for the biscuit. Yeah, I definitely risk it for that biscuit. Hey, Alatar, thank you so much for joining. You take care. Thank you again for joining. Have a wonderful night. Well, you can hang out there. how strong are you? 132. Is it worth dumping it? I don't think so. I mean, no, you're right. Princess will not intentionally make bad decisions, but that's not a bad thing. You can still make Princess be much less aggressive, and so Princess will make different decisions. And that's okay. And even if you're just starting to learn, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I would argue that teaching somebody to play a game by intentionally making bad decisions is not a great way to teach somebody how to play a game. Because then it teaches them how to make mistakes, essentially. Yeah, we'll get warm. That's fine. Ah. Good. All right, well, the awesome gets hit a couple of times, but that's fine. Then the Patton shoots at the Kresge. Oh, it's using precision ammo. Interesting. Very interesting. But we hit the Patton with a whole bunch of stuff, so it gets hit in the turret, the left side, the rear, and the turret. And it is immobilized, so it's going to be having a super bad day. I mean, fair. But you can still get that with playing with other people, too. And there are people on the Discord channel who are very commonly looking to play with other people. All right, well, it is probably about time for us to step on a mech or step on a tank. Well, I mean, it depends on how you define being a good teacher, right? So if you define being a good teacher as... So Princess is just fine at being a teacher if what you're trying to do is just learn the logical way to move and learning from that. Princess is also very good at teaching you what Princess will do. Now, is Princess the epitome of all strategy and tactics? Oh, absolutely not. No. But Princess still does everything in a very logical fashion that has a reason behind it. And if the choices are between not playing at all versus playing against a computer that might not always make the best decisions, but also won't purposely make decisions to teach points, you will always get more experience by just doing the thing. So by doing the thing, you always get better experience. And you can learn a great deal from just doing that. So waiting to play until the next rulebook comes out, I understand why. And not having the current rule set, okay, sure, I get it. I started playing, oh, well, that's okay. You didn't really miss much other than a little bit of rambling. But being reluctant to play or not having Total Warfare and being reluctant to start playing because of that. So I started playing MegaMek and MekHQ, having read nothing but the introductory rule set from the starter box. That's what I started playing with. That's all you need, in my opinion. Are you going to miss out on some things? Sure. But the majority of the... Okay, cool. They went boom. So they are dead. The majority of the initial rules that are used with MegaMek without doing any additional changes, without adding rules that you turn on manually, are all primarily just the basic rules. That's it. Nothing else. There's like one or two things here and there, but it's mostly just the basic rule set that you get from like the basic rule book that you get free online. That you can go to the Battletech website right now, download it as a PDF, costs you nothing. And that's what you need to start playing MekHQ and MegaMek. No, and yes. Because there's a lot of stuff that you can just learn by doing. Are you going to make mistakes? Yeah. But anytime you play a game like this, if you expect to play it perfectly on the first time through, I think that you're disillusioning yourself, in my opinion. Yeah. I mean, I think that's a great example of a game. I think it's very helpful to know like the basic rules of Battletech and to have played through it a little bit, things like that. And that helps a lot, but I don't think it's 100% necessary. And I think that learning through doing this makes you understand a lot of the rules eventually later on anyways. Because if all you do is you read the rule book, then you don't actually learn that much until you actually start doing. Oh man, do I want to take anything? I don't think so. Because if I take something, what's going to end up happening is I'm going to miss out on a great mech again. So we're going to leave that. Again, it's just my 2 cents worth. You can take it or leave it. Okie dokes. There was that. We are slightly over on our prisoner capacity now. So what we're going to do, we are going to add some friends to security. India, right? India, yes. I know that you guys are hurting, but fortunately, you don't need very many of you. There we go. And that should update tomorrow. Aw, somebody committed seppuku. Okay, cool. Ha! Colonel, today Jeff turned 16 and it hit me just how fast time moves out here. Seeing him grow into someone strong, curious, and resilient, it's honestly a little overwhelming. He's taken on more responsibility without me even asking, helping the tech crew with simple maintenance and always eager to learn something new. Sometimes I wonder if I've given him enough of a childhood, but seeing him take on challenges with determination makes me think we're doing all right. I just want to take a moment to share his personal milestone. It feels good to see him thriving. All right. Let's go look at Jeff. I hope Jeff likes my present. But, Jeff, what are you doing right now? It says you're a student. Where are you a student at? You are somehow a range master medium, which is hilarious. You have an interest in law. Ah, you're learning how to be a mech pilot. Oh, that's interesting. And you got range master. Cool. Cool. So, you are going to be a mech warrior. And we're going to have to teach you some things, boy. You're going to have to get learned. Okay, so now we're on to the next day. We got our VIP ambush, low atmosphere, dropship assault. That's all good. Jeff Cortez barely graduated from their in-unit training. Womp womp. All right. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, that's super not cool. We just lost a mech head. That is annoying. and very, very unfortunate. Actually, we'll just select all the active units. And we can do that. All right, cool beans. So there's all that fun stuff. Let's take a gander here at the briefing room. Well, an enemy VIP has been left exposed, presenting a rare opportunity to eliminate a high-value target. Your mission is to execute the VIP before the reinforcements arrive. This individual's removal will cripple enemy operations, disrupt their chain of command, and eliminate a key asset from the battlefield. Expect the enemy to stall for time, deploying fast-moving elements or defensive tactics to delay your strike. Speed and precision are critical. Do not allow them time to reinforce or extract the target. If you hesitate, they will escape and be reinforced, and this opportunity will be lost. The enemy will control the battlefield at the end. All right. Who do we send? Who do we send? I mean, Asteroid Lance is normally a pretty good bet. I mean, they've got the Kerensky, they've got the OG Orion. Stalker's not going to be a lot of help, but they've got the Ostrak, which isn't terrible. Bravo Lance. Not a great idea. I mean, they've got the Grasshoppers and the Victor, so they can jump their way to victory. This actually might be an okay choice. They can just run in and execute everybody. That might be fine. Let's look at our Mech Warriors. Does anybody have like a buttload of XP that I need to burn? Well, Power does. Power has XP to burn. Let's see here. Abilities, combat maneuvers. Let's see here. I think maybe we turn him into a weapon specialist. I think that might be what we do. We'll make him a weapon specialist with his ERP PCs and call it a day. Really, that's probably what I should have done with my awesome, wherever it may roam. If I turned you into a weapon specialist, then it'd just be a straight -2 modifier on everything. I might go through at some point and undo my, or recover my Range Master Long. Interesting. I didn't know that existed. All right. But long story short, we're going to send Bravo Lance in. We're going to see what happens. Hope for the best. Nothing could possibly go wrong. And the low atmosphere dropship thing, we're going to let that go. Because why wouldn't we? Bravo Lance. Can confirm. Commit. What do they have on their side? They have some battle armor, a bunch of PPCs, things like that. Should be fine. All right. Cool. Cool. There's all that. There is all of that. I think we're good. Don't need to worry about any recovery stuff. Give me one. Actually, it's in my description down below. So give me 1 second here. Boop. Unless everything changed and got weird and wonky. So hold on. Yeah, so if you go down, hold on one sec. Oh, hold on. Oh, goodness. They're redoing the Battletech website. That might be why. Oh, goodness. Whoa, what is that? What is that? Who did a thing? Who did something? Zenith. Zenith, thank you so much, my man. You're the best. I really appreciate it. I can't promise not to take a contract with the Fed. I can't. You know I can't make that promise. Never make a promise you know you can't keep. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna look one other place because I know I threw it someplace.
Hello. Ow.
No, stop this. There we go. Blah blah blah. I know I threw it someplace. I just don't remember where. I'll find it again, but that's from 2001. Nope. The quick start rules exist, and now the Battletech website is making me a liar because they took everything down, like the punks that they are. You can find the quick start rule, the classic Battletech quick start rules from 2001 on the Starna website, and not a ton has changed, honestly. So there you go. Yeah, I mean, literally everybody's going to stab you in the back, though. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Okay, did I do all my things? Do I need to bring anybody else? I don't think so. I need to destroy an HBRV. That's all I have to do. I just kill the HBRV. Yeah, no problem. I can't believe they took that down because it used to be just on the Battletech website. Like, the banner up top would have like extra information. It was over on the right side. You click it and you go to like a page that has, it was like basic Alpha Strike rules, basic Battletech rules, and like 2 or 3 other things. So otherwise, if you want to get really wild and crazy, you spend, I think it's $30 or $45 for the new version of this. So yeah, you spend like $35 to $45, something like that, for the new version of this, and you get a bunch of minis. You get some, honestly, one really neat thing that you get, I think they still have them in these things, is, where's it at? Oh no, did I take it out? Is it gone forever? They used to come, or they come with like cardstock quick start rules or quick reference sheets, which are honestly really awesome and super duper useful. Of course, I took mine out, and now they're lost for the end of time. All right, let's start the game. Commence. Kill. Okay. As soon as somebody makes me emotes that are Battletechy, they will be Battletechy. But I have not had time to reach out and create Oh, thank you. I'm happy you like the music. And hopefully if it's too loud, somebody would tell me eventually. But I need to try to find a human to make me emotes, or at least an emote or something. It's on my to-do list, but work has been somewhat insane. I don't know. They might have to be clan emotes. Because who doesn't love just having a Timberwolf walking along? I would love a little emote of a Timberwolf, actually. Just walking, doing this little thing. That'd be pretty great. Okay. So, drop grasshopper right there. Drop grasshopper like there-ish. Victor can go there. All right, where's the HBRV? Not dropped yet. Okay. Cataphract goes there. I mean, we could. I mean, I would love to have a little animated emote of something just waltzing along. You know what? I would even be happy with like a locust. Ooh, that's actually a really good idea. I think I have. I'm gonna look to see how many emote slots I have. It's like, I don't know, like 6 or something. I want to say it's like 6 emote slots, but I'm not 100% sure. All right. I think we just move you like that. No need to deploy the mask yet. They are emotes. Okay, everything's out of range. Okay, yeah, I get 5 follower emotes, and then we get 6 animated emotes ish with 6. Yeah, oh yeah, I have plenty of emotes. Plenty. We're gonna be fine. All right, I need to find a way to put together some of the house emblem things. What are the most popular houses? I have to like lock those behind paywalls, obviously, because you know that I'm just in this for the money, naturally. Raffle. Yeah, there's actually a lot. There's a lot of emote slots, which I'm super cool with. Super duper cool with. And if I get a whole pile of subscribers, then I get more emote slots, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how this works. Yeah. Yeah, streaming is just a money grab because it's super lucrative. Didn't you know? Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Lao will 100% be behind a tier 3 paywall because that's the only way to play. But I'll make sure that the FedCom is one of my free emotes just to make you super happy. Yeah, FedCom will be a free emote, and I will encourage its use every single time you are seen in this stream. Only way to do things. It's the only way to do business. Just uninstall the internet. So I had a friend who, he worked like technical support for a distance and continuing education department at a university. And he was just working late one night, just doing technical support stuff, just living his best life. And some young lady calls and she just goes, "Help, help, I think I broke the internet." So this young man, being the hilarious young fellow that he is, went, "That was you?" There was silence, and then a click, and she hung up on him. The small things. Yep, never went online again. She, I don't think that she even lives someplace as, like, technologically advanced as Mexico. She probably lives under a rock right now. She's probably in the great far reaches of Appalachia, just living in a cabin, going full Ted Bundy. Oh, hold on. You have shots on the HPRV. There we go. That's what's up. Put some holes in it. All right, the Falcon got hit. HPRV gets hit in the left side. It's down to 0 armor there. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, it turns out that she's like the next Unabomber. She doesn't trust technology. She lives in libraries, reading textbooks, doesn't go near a computer. All right, when does that HBRV go? Oof. We rolled terribly. Yeah, so if you weren't here at the beginning of the stream, one of the things they're adding or have added is, check this out. So GM mode, right click, GM mode, edit system. You can now edit system details. You can add or remove recharging stations at the Nadir and Zenith. You can change faction, population, HPG, socio-industrial details, all of that stuff. You can change planet properties. These properties only take effect after a scenario is or before a scenario is generated, not after. And then let's say, let's say that FedCom takes ownership of this on this day in history. Save all the overrides. Boom. Done. Now, it turns yellow. FedCom owns this planet now. And anything with that blue circle around it, yeah, these little things, it's seemingly little. And when I was talking to Alatar, he was like, this wasn't hard. This was not too bad to add at all. So stuff like that, it just makes such a huge difference for those folks who use this as a GM tool. Hey, what's up, Sai? What's your question? take Luthien for FedCom. That is a very brave Vulcan to be running up on a victor like that. I'm not sure that's what I would do, but, you know, to each their own, I guess. Just cuz, yeah. Turns out that FedCom actually takes over Galatea. Oh, no. Jump. No. So the question is, how, with the dynamically adjust contract difficulty setting, how does it determine the difficulty otherwise? So essentially, dynamically adjusting contract difficulty, they are asking about campaign options. So should be within operations, should be digital GM, I think, right? No, it's not. It is markets, contracts. All right, dynamically adjust contract difficulty. So essentially, the way that the contracts are determined otherwise is that when a contract is generated, it doesn't matter how good your mech warriors are or anything like that. It is just, here is your 3 skull contract, here's your 1 skull contract, here's your 4.5 skull contract, go forth and prosper. And regardless of how skilled your combat personnel are, it will be just generated. With the dynamically adjust contract difficulty, as you get stronger, as you get more, you know, what's the right word? Oh, yeah, I'll answer in a second. Not a big deal. We'll pop over to her. So Zenith, this is actually like this is the stuff that will be in tonight's Nightly. So this will all be released with 51.0. Why you do this? So yeah, the more experienced your combat personnel get, so the more and more of your personnel go to being regular, veteran, elite, legendary, so on, then the more and more difficult contracts get to match your skill level. And so a 4 skull contract against a veteran company with mostly veteran whatever will actually be significantly more difficult. But yeah, as you get stronger, things like that, your contracts get more difficult. So a 4 skull contract with a veteran company will be significantly more difficult than a 4 skull contract with a regular or a green company, with mostly green personnel, green combat personnel, all that fun stuff. That's what dynamically changing is. Non-dynamic is just that whatever contract is generated, that is the difficulty of the contract. It doesn't care what... You haven't missed anything, I promise you. Non-dynamic essentially whatever the challenge rating of that contract is what the contract is. It doesn't adjust based on the skill level of your company. And yeah, difficulty. Yep. Uki, what's up, buddy? Hopefully things are going well down under. Just don't ask questions. Don't ask questions. Nothing would possibly go boom. Yes, you could potentially be offered contracts that you're under or overpowered for. Yep, that's exactly what that means. More likely to be overpowered for. So a lot of those settings were introduced because games were going on longer and longer and longer, and people were finding that they just weren't difficult anymore. Look, I just want to give the fuel tanks a little hug. I am sure that they will be nice to me. Well, the Victor failed to do its job. All it did was hit with 3 SRMs, doing 2 to the right arm, 2 to the left torso, 2 to the center torso. This could have been beautiful. Could have been beautiful. It could have put an AC-20 into the chest and just blown away the Vulcan. But no, it can't do that. Yeah, it would get really bad. Well, and that was also in the days where ATB would just generate, it was like 4 Vs, 4 Vics for every mech, and then like 1 mech per mech for the most part. Sometimes it was 2-to-1 ratio, and then 1 aerospace for every 2 mechs. Like, it would do weird stuff like that. And so you just roll in, and there would be, no joke, 40 vehicles just there. And you're like, why am I doing this? The Vulcan hits the Grasshopper with an AC-5 to the right arm, machine gun into the center torso. Then the Flamer hits the right leg. Would have hit the head, but thank you, Edge. The Cataphract puts PPC into the front of the HBRV. And then we kill a platoon of motorized infantry. The Grasshopper firing at the APC hits with a large laser into the front. The APC hits the Cataphract with a machine gun, pew-pew. Javelin of the Grasshopper hits with a Streak 2, doing 2 to the center torso and 2 to the right torso. Grasshopper of the Vulcan hits with a large laser, hits with a medium laser, hits with a medium laser, and a medium laser, and another medium laser. That one goes to the head. And that's it. True, 40 Vs is lore accurate, but you're talking like 40 Vs, 20 mechs, and like 4 aerospace against your 8 mechs. Yep. Yeah, which I'm personally a huge fan of all these changes. Absolutely huge fan. The utilizing normalized BV or the generic BV is one of the best changes, in my opinion, for Force Generation. And not using Seed Forces, another just absolutely huge boon. Man, nobody can hit anything. No, I'm just one lonely little streamer over here living my best life, but, you know, my 2 cents worth. Okay, all we have to do. Oh, man. Yes, I did see the Battletech cartoons from back in the 90s. Yeah, well, I mean, so remember that a lot of the devs might not be familiar with the Asus system, and it's challenging because no matter, right now they're in a kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of situation, where no matter what they do, somebody's going to be unhappy out there. Somebody will be unhappy. And so it's just going to be frustrating for everybody. Oh, really? Oh, man. I honestly have not played MechWarrior 5 since before Mercenaries. Before Clans came out. It's been a hot minute. So I need to replay it. I need to spend some time playing it. And I honestly will probably have more time to play games and stuff and things and whatnot in about 2 weeks. Well, 3 weeks. Yeah. There will always be people. Always. But yeah, so for anybody out there, in about 2 weeks, I'm gonna take the week of the 16th. I'm gonna take the entire week off because we're gonna be having our second kid, and so whole week I'm gonna take off, spend time with my family, not do any of these things. Not gonna be working, not gonna be doing anything at all, just spending time with my family. And then the following week, I'll probably do at least one stream. And then probably do 1 to 2 streams per week for the entire time that I'm on paternity leave, which this is one nice thing about the military. You get 12 weeks, and it's pretty great. Thank you. I appreciate it. I need to close a couple of things. Hey, we're excited. We're pumped. We already have a little girl, and now we're going to be having a little boy, and it's going to be good stuff. It's going to be very good stuff. Where did that? Okay, the Vulcan's running away. The Falcon is doing falcony things. We'll go to 5 heat over. It'll be fine. But yeah, so I'll still stream next week. Yeah, I'll stream next week. I might even stream twice next week. Go wild and crazy. I'll see what my wife tells me. But the following week after that, no streams. And take the whole week off. The week after that, streams will resume again. And I'll post a message up on the YouTubes as well. But twins, that is less than ideal, in my opinion. Thank you. All right, this should effectively kill that HBRV, and then we can be all done. Ah, good. The Falcon took an AC-20 to the left side. And the HBRV goes down. There we go. So we'll do that good old slash victory. No point in hanging around for whatever else they have in store for us. Bada bee, bada boom, and all done. The enemy will control the field. I honestly don't know the thresholds, but pretty much anything larger than like a battalion size, I want to say. Anything larger than battalion size, you start essentially taking pay hits. Like the people, private companies, or whatever you want to say. Hold on one second here. Yeah, there are no minimum limits, but essentially anything battalion size and larger, you start just taking pay hits. Like nobody wants to pay for a unit that big. They want a company. They want a company to bolster what they're doing, and that's about it. Oh, yeah. You know, or like a small battalion, but they definitely don't want a brigade, and there's no way they want a division. Absolutely no way. That is not their idea of a good time. Can confirm. Okay. There we go. That's all done. That's right. Plus helping to pay the overhead on a division. If they want that, nah. Sure, they could make use of an extra brigade or division. However, when your mercenaries start outnumbering you, that can cause a whole lot of other problems. Oops. No. My goodness. There it is. All right, we did all those things, and then we'll do a fleet in being kind of action here. We'll just do that. Sure, confirm. Can confirm. Advance one. Ooh, actually, before I advance, prepare, mass, active. Prepare it if you can. Okay. Look, you make a point. You make a point. But you know. Ooh, well, so like I said, I haven't played MechWarrior 5 since before the Clans DLC came out. It's on my to-do list. I might spend a little bit of time playing that here in the near future, but yeah. Yeah. I'm excited to take a look and see what it looks like, though. I'm excited to play it. All right, do I need to do anything here? Okay, that was already there. Good deal. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Okay, continue as ordered. Sounds like everybody knows what they'll be doing this weekend. Ooh, Intersphere in conflict. Low-level conflict abounds across the Intersphere. Reports are flooding in from each realm of worlds invaded or unrest, although none of the successor states are in open warfare, except the Lyran Alliance, which has suffered a major Jade Falcon invasion. The next biggest hotbed by far is Federated Commonwealth's Sarna March, which is now being called the Chaos March. After the recent Free Worlds League and Capella Federation invasion shattered the March's defense, dozens of planets have found themselves with no centralized authority, and the result has been chaos. The entire area is experiencing or in fear of riots, pirates, and raids from minor neighbors and superpowers alike. However, several planets have banded together in mutual defense to form several new minor powers, such as the Tall Trees Alliance and the resurrected Sarna Supremacy, which was originally conquered centuries ago by the Confederation. The violence has even grown to include Town as forces from the Draconis Combine vie for the supremacy and endanger nearly decades-long peace the Federated Commonwealth enjoyed with his once bitter enemy. As the march descends into anarchy, even surrounding planets are being swept into a whirlwind. Terra, the birthplace of humanity, is currently the site of a brutal battle between Comstar and the Word of Blake. Details are almost non-existent, but INN has learned that Comstar forces are on planet are all but defeated, and the Word of Blake will soon be returning home. But by far the most overt fighting is taking place along the Lyran border with Clan Jade Falcon. Shortly after we received word that the fighting between the clans Wolf and Jade Falcon had ended, the Jade Falcons began a vicious invasion of the Lyran Alliance, hitting multiple planets and ultimately driving for Coventry, a major manufacturing center for the Alliance. However, the planet is well defended, and so far the Falcons' invasion has bogged down after landing on the planet. Reports indicate extensive losses for the Lyran forces initially defending the planet. The arrival of a mercenary coalition hired by the Alliance and led by the Wolf's Dragoons is all that kept the planet from falling to the Falcons. Will the Alliance lose one of its manufacturing gems, or will the Falcons break their beak on tenacious inner sphere defenders? Ooh, nice. What did I miss? All right. Well, critical convoy escort is today. Somebody had a baby. Jeff Cortez returned. So, Jeff Cortez is a 6'6" pilot with medium range master. Good for him, I guess. So, we will change your rank. You are now a Warrant 1. And you are a mech warrior. Change primary profession. Combat mech warrior. Most excellent. Well, you know, everybody needs to whine every now and then. Okie dokes. So there's that. Do I have any other dependents who... like children that I need to deal with? Is everybody in school? Okay, other dependents, civilians. I have a couple of professionals that I'm apparently paying for. Yeah, I'm not sure I care about any of that. Okay, cool. Oh, Alicia got dismissed. Congratulations, go you. We are looking for ammo and things like that once again. Yes, I am 100% giving the keys of a mech to a 16-year-old. We're going to do something that I don't care if he breaks. You know, something like, I don't know, a locust. Who cares if he breaks a locust? Those are like a dime a dozen. Okay, and so today, what was the mission? Do I really care about this? I don't think I really care about this. Let's do resolved. Okay, so right now, just for this month, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 victories and a fleeting being. Like I can totally go with one not being done. I also probably need to keep exploring. So we've got ground recon out and about. I don't know which track that's on. Oh, I turned GM mode off. Oops. There we go. Tango Lance. Scout Lance. And Recon Lance. Hold on, wait, go back. Let's go there. There we go. It was a hostile tank base. Okay, cool. I'll be honest. I don't watch techs. I've heard about them. I don't watch them. And also, I give keys to Abrams and Bradleys to 18-year-olds. Sometimes even 17-year-olds. So, and sometimes those kids shooting the big, 120s, those are 17-year-olds or 18-year-olds. Just the thunk. Yeah, artillery dudes are going to be dumb. Tankers are also going to be dumb. Oh, facility assault was today. Whoops. Stand by. Hold on. Wait. I took the spaceport. That just didn't go over to my side. Switch owner. Okay, cool. Then... active facility assault. All right. I mean, I think we just deploy Alpha Lance again, call it a day, because they're kind of our brute squad. I'm going to call a brute squad. I am the brute squad, you know, that kind of a deal. All right, well, they have a Lynx, an Enforcer, and a Wyvern, and we have to destroy, well, all of them. Yeah, people do dumb things. What's even more dumb is that they take videos of it. All right, we'll take Recovery B just for funsies. Should have plenty of minutes there. Can confirm. Interesting. Okay, maybe I need to go back and start watching spend videos, because that actually sounds really interesting. Okay, so all I have to do is kill a Lynx, an Enforcer, and a Wyvern. Hopefully not too bad. Hopefully not too bad. Yes, we will not deploy the minefields. Okay. Well, not the most terrible rules in the world, but not the best either. There's the Enforcer. Both the turrets are right there. So I'm thinking. All right, Xena, thank you so much. I'll see you in a little bit. That might work. That might just work. And then otherwise... just plop the Ostrock right there. It can support the tanks. The Brutus can go hang out with the Manicore. And the Kerensky... Kerensky up here and help with the Enforcer. So I mean, if we can dump the Lynx and the Enforcer, life will be fine. The Lynx is going to have to either stay on the road or ditch off the road unless it decides to turn around and charge into us. Let's see here. Go there, you don't have shots. If you go there, you also don't have shots. If you go there, No. Whole lot of nothing. Whole lot of nothing. All right, that is kind of what I was sort of hoping he would do, but also kind of not. Shoot. Should be safe. Might be safe. Well, try to look. There we go. Oh man, that would be so great. So great. But alas. Oh well. All right, well, let's see what we can't do. Maybe we can hit the links with a few of those things. Here's the hoping. So we can hit the Wyvern and probably completely dump the Wyvern, or go into the links. I'm thinking we just dump the Wyvern. Yeah, especially when YouTube isn't your primary income, like YouTube, all of those things. Life also gets in the way a little bit, speaking from experience. I would love to put out videos and stuff more often, but man, working between 60 and 80 hours a week and then doing this is challenging at times. I love it. I love doing it, but oofta. Well, hopefully, if we can hit with the snub nose and the gauze rifle, life will be at least okay adjacent. Yeah, I can go over by one. That's fine. Well, the Enforcer misses, the Marauder misses, Lynx hits the Awesome with the ERPPC to the right arm, miss with everything else. Manticore firing at the Lynx misses. Awesome going against the Wyvern hits with 1, 2 PPCs, hitting the right torso and the left torso. Ostrak against the Wyvern misses. Brutus misses. Orion, so the Krinsky hits with the Gauss rifle the center torso of the Enforcer. Medium laser hits the right leg. SRM hits with all 4 missiles, doing 2 to the right leg, right arm, right torso, and left torso. Then a medium laser into the left torso. Wyvern against the Awesome hits with a large laser into the left torso and hits with all 10 of its LRMs, doing 5 to the left arm and 5 to the center torso. The Awesome took 20 damage, stays standing. Enforcer took 20 damage, stays standing. And the Wyvern stays standing. Good for them. Then the heat happens, and that's fine. Right, good, good, good. Really kind of hoping. Why are you screaming at me? Okay. I do that. I think I do that. Okay, that's fine. That is just fine. Kind of forgot the Enforcer could jump, but that's my bad. But I can always do that. Aha! No, no, not right now. What's the height on that? 2? What do you think? Can I do 33 damage? Because each ER large does how much again? Does 12. That's 24, 24, 34. I think I can do that. I think I make the magic happen. I think I can. All right, we'll go there. We'll get a little warm. I think that we can get warm. That's fine. All right, so we can't even see the wyvern, but we can see the lynx. Okay, cool. Only fired 2 of our PPCs. Call it good. And PPC, LRM, SRM, and the medium laser. That'll be great. I think the lynx made a mistake. I don't think that he wanted to go there. Probably thought he did, but he really doesn't want to. What? Cat? Are you making me do things? There we go. We'll get warm again. That's fine. Okay, good. Whoops. I need to change range. Do that. I think, I'm hoping this lynx truly has a very bad day. Well, so the Marauder at the Enforcer hits with a PPC into the right leg, medium pulse goes into the left torso, and a medium pulse goes into the right leg, critting and blowing off the leg. That's going to make it harder for that Enforcer to move around. Awesome at the Lynx hits with an ER PPC into the rear right torso, down to 9 internal structure. Manticore firing at the Lynx hits with a PPC into the right torso, missed with everything else. The Enforcer at the Marauder hits with a large laser into the center torso. Then the Brutus misses. Korinsky hits with the PPC to the center torso. Gauss rifle into the left torso. Medium laser into the left torso. Ooh, blowing off the left arm, destroying the left torso. Doing a lot of very bad things. Then we hit with 2 SRMs, critting on a gyro and an engine. Yeah, the Enforcer's having a super bad day. The Behemoth at the Lynx hits with some LRMs, doing 5 center torso rear, 1 to the left torso rear. Hits with 1 more, doing 2 to the right torso rear. Hits with some more, doing 5 to the left arm, 1 to the left torso rear. Hits with some more, doing 2 to the center torso rear. AC-10 hits, doing 10 to the right arm, but missed with the other AC-10. Lynx misses. The Ostrak misses the building, or hits the building at point blank, thankfully. Dropping the CF down to 53. Just barely getting down below the threshold, which means building collapses. The Lynx takes 5 to the center torso, 1 to the right leg, falls 2 levels, does 5 to the left torso, 5 to the right torso, 4 to the left leg. The pilot avoids damage, but, you know, the Enforcer falls down because it took a gyro hit, took a leg hit, and 60 plus damage. Takes 4 to the left leg, and that pilot takes a hit. So, That is that. We're going to kick an Enforcer. Well, actually, hold on. He's crippled. He's going to bounce next turn. The Lynx, however, is not crippled. But we do kick him, doing 12 to the left arm. Alright, so that Enforcer is going to eject this round, which is pretty nice. We'll be able to take home an Enforcer. Alright, we'll go ahead and skip the movement. We'll see what the Lynx ends up doing. Okay, that's fine. Okay, cool. You can still see the Lynx, which is pretty great. And that's him punching out. Great. Well, oh no, that's not good. Well, shoot. Yes, of course I will take a 2 to hit. That just sounds very desirable. Force and more force to hit. I like the sound of it. And some 6s. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right, hopefully that'll pretty much take care of, takes care of that Lynx. The Wyvern does take a hit with the PPC into the right leg. Then the SRM hits with 4 missiles, doing 4 to the right, or 2 to the right leg, 2 to the center torso, another 2 to the right leg, and 2 to the right torso. The Lynx, firing the Behemoth, hits the left side. Wyvern at the Ostrock hits with some SRMs, doing 2 to the center torso rear, left leg, left torso rear, and 2 more to the left torso rear. Then the LRM hits with 8 missiles, doing 5 to the left leg and 3 to the center torso rear. Okay, you're about to fall off. The Kerensky puts the Gauss rifle through the Lynx's right torso, destroying the right torso, blowing off the right arm, and then destroys the Lynx by damage by engine destruction because it has an XL engine, naturally. Oh no, don't do that. If your ears are bleeding due to catarrhicide, due to cat interventions, well, I'm sorry. That's the nature of cats. By their very nature, they do these things. Alright, you're being evicted. But the kitty has been evicted, so there we go. Anyways, the Lynx is having bad things happen to it. Lots and lots and lots of bad things happen to it. And then we destroyed the center torso, unfortunately. But whatever, it's fine. Who needed a Lynx? And now the cat is crying, naturally. Oh, I should have picked up the pilot. My bad. They might be a little dead. Oops. Big oops. Did the Wyvern just jump to where everybody could shoot at it? Is that what it just did? Everybody except the Manicore, apparently. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what it did. All right, well, that's fine. I'm not going to be super sad about that. What's the CF on this building? 119, not worth it. 100% not worth it. Looks like bad things happen to the Wyvern. So very bad things are happening. Even more bad things are happening. Yeah. Brutus takes a hit, but it can still roll. And the Wyvern stays intact, but it no longer... But it took 2 engine hits and a gyro hit. And it fell down. I don't think he's getting up, friends. And I do believe that we can say that he is crippled. Yeah, he's crippled. So with that, we're going to go ahead and say slash victory. Skip. Yeah, the Wyvern's at 20 heat. That's not quite ideal for him. But he avoids an ammo explosion, which is super neat. No and yes. There we go. Not too shabby. Hold on, go back. Yes. All that looks right. The Enforcer pilot kind of died. Gun emplacements we're not going to worry about. Lynx gets captured and the Wyvern gets captured because they're stuck in their mechs and I stole their mechs. The Enforcer, okay, well that's fine. Good. So great. Confirm. Can't confirm. Oh, Colonel received an offer of defection from enemy combatant following your most recent skirmish. Gomez Raymond, formerly of the mercenary military, has approached the guards requesting to join us. We'll take a look at him because he's probably going to be a mech pilot. All right, so I don't care about the Lynx. It's kind of trashed. It's dead. Super dead. The only thing that's worth taking it for is if I wanted to scrap or to strip off the PPC and the large laser, but honestly not really worth it. The Enforcer, however, I do love a good Enforcer. Kind of want to take it. Well, just play Mortar. Play Mortar. Ooh, that's an old image. I like it. I think I might go ahead and take both of these for funsies. You have two options. Either just play more or do better. One of the two. I mean, that's naturally the answer, right? I will do that. Confirm. Okay. Cool. And now we just need to swap ownership. Ta-da! That, ladies and gentlemen, are all of our objectives for this. All we have to do is not die. Who defected? Prisoners. Oh, we just have a couple of soldiers who are willing to defect. That's... Psh, who cares? Wow, my mouse is really bad now. Hold on one second. Or it might just be time for me to clean the optical sensor, one of the two. Who remembers old ball mice where you had to like open them up every so often and clean the rollers off? Otherwise, they just like stopped rolling. And when optical mice came out and they were just like the coolest thing ever. Because I definitely remember having to clean old ball mice all the time. Get some alcohol, clean them off. And then it felt like a month later, you were just doing it all over again because they were just all gunked up. Critical convoy escort. Let's do a fleet and being. Black Ink Company is perfect for this because they don't even exist anymore. Yep. All right. Man, I should have taken that links. All right, we have resolved all outstanding objectives. We are done. Awesome. Okay, cool. And so we are finishing this out like a full month before we had to, because I think this contract is going through April 23rd. So we're going to be getting a nice little payday here. Unfortunately, we're going to be coming out with a whole bunch of salvage left untaken. Womp womp. That's fine. Turn off GM mode. Let's advance one day. Man, this... Hold on. The grasshopper head is just really throwing these dudes for a loop, and I don't know why. Like, okay, cool, it's a 4. Now it's a 6. Like, how? How? Why? There we go. Great. Mech head, done. There's that. And that's everything. So briefing room should be complete mission. Success. Do I really care about them? Do do I? I mean, they are... I don't care about the archivists. Like, they can kick rocks. But... Sure. Let's go ahead and recruit them. I'm sure nothing could possibly go wrong. Yeah, so that is one... that is one really nice thing about the exchange salvage rights, is that you never have to worry about that. It's just, you get money. You get the money and then you buy what you want. I know a lot of people get frustrated at the, yeah, I'll take 5 million C-bills, 5.5 million. Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and roll some stuff. Cool. But yeah, the exchange, but honestly, it's not bad. Okay, there's all that. Nice. We got some more XP coming in. Even more XP coming in. Good. Rock on. All right, so all of that stuff is good to go. And we are in a pretty okay spot. So our standing with the Draconis Combine increased. We are still untested. Our standing with the MRBC has increased. We are increased, and we are still a C. Oh, I like this. The, huh. If I advance a day, what happens? Huh. That is a bug. That's a big old bug. Stand by. Hold on. Wait. Man, I wish I could go back a day. Kerpow. And report bug. Save campaign. All right, somebody remind me to actually submit this at the end of the stream. And what is an hour 53? Okay, cool. Hold on. Must make notes. Okay, there we go. Cool, thanks for your patience. All of that stuff is done. So where are we? Well, we've got some clan stuff up here. Clan Jade Falcon hanging out right there. Who else? Who else is here? Clan Ghost Bear. All the clan stuffs. I think what we end up doing, nothing in the contract market yet, obviously. What's in the unit market? I haven't even looked. It's Commando, Phoenix Hawk, and Warhammer. I don't care about any of that stuff right now. Here's what I think we do. I think we spend about 2 months chilling, hanging out right here, doing some refits. I think we need to do some refits, and probably 2 to 4 months is probably what it'll take. Do the refits, make the magic happen. We are going to... Where's my battle armor? Yeah, so we're going to just replace these dudes. Or we are going to sell them. It's so funny. Like there are no suits left, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. All right. Good, good. Then we can do some more salvage and stuffs. Good deal. Well, I'm going to step away for 2 seconds here. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay. Thank you for your patience. Yeah, I think we sit here for a few months and we do some refits. So, Mex, Griffin 2C will be here in a few months. Let's take a look. I know where are all my Orions at. Let me take a look. So the first thing I want to do is, I think, if I remember correctly, where's it at? Customize, refit, customize. Which one is the one that I made? Ah, there it is. It's almost like I made it on purpose. So, yeah, we swap out the LRM for a PPC and the AC-10 with an LB-10X. And that's about it. And if we use the refit kit, it shouldn't be too bad. And 8 is not ideal. 6s are fine. 7 is fine. I'm okay with all those. So why don't we go ahead and do it on a 6. Yerp. We're going to do that. We'll do the same thing with this bad boy. The ON1 heck. There's those two, and then I kind of want to look at the Warhammers, man. I want to see what I can do with either the Warhammers or something else, or a Black Knight, actually. Okay, we're gonna activate a Black Knight. Yerp. Let's pull the archers out because I want to take a look at those. See if there's something I can do here. Good deal. Do I refit the other Orion too? Maybe. Let's look at the archers, because the archers are going to be a whole lot more sustainable if literally all we did is just add more heat sinks. If we put double heat sinks on them, life is good. And it'd be even more gooders if we just spin the medium lasers around, which I am not too proud to do. So let's do this. Customize. Let's go ahead and customize a mech lab. Let's make sure we change this to experimental. Change you to some IS doubles. So there's that. Standard armor with 13 tons. That should be fine. Let's remove those. Do I really need... Yeah, I need all that ammo. I really do. Let's make sure it all goes into one place, and I can add some case. Maybe. Possibly. Hopefully. Yeah, I think we can probably do that. Because then if we dump, both of our LRMs will be okay on the heats. All right, let's put everything in the right torso. Can I add case? How much is that? That is 0.5 tons. So let's go ahead and pop on over. Do a small laser, and then we could just straight up do an ER small. Give us a little extra range on it. Probably seems silly, but I'd rather do that. And then probably some ER mediums and call it good. I'd rather have a little bit of extra range. Even though it's going to cost way more in heat. Because that's going to be 17 heat to go full on energy. Right? Yeah. One day you will have them, I promise you. So soon. So very soon. I think that'll be fine. Case. They've made some changes to the mech lab, and I like it. I like it. Oh, hold on. Did I just double case on accident? Oh, that's so cool. You don't have to go find case in this anymore. It just automatically does it for you. If you... Oh, that's cool. That is cool. I need to go look through some of the changes they've done on MechLab. Let's see. So, torso, Head, arm, arm. Should be fine. So we'll still have 208 armor. Should be good. And really, if we're going to keep this all pretty authentic, then the medium lasers should go in the torso. Yeah, we'll do MekHQ. Yeah, should be good. Should be fine. All right, save for later. And where am I putting all this stuff? I need to put you into the same folder I put everything else into. There we go. So I think that maybe we refit both of the archers like that. I think that would work out pretty well. 208 and 208, yeah. So we'll refit. There it is. Oof, 8s. 7. Sure, we'll take the 7. The Centurion. So this is the older variant. Honestly, we probably need to make this one. These all kind of are not great. Kind of super not great. Oh yeah, this grasshopper I definitely want to change out if I can. Lynx, Merlin, Orion. I think if I start refitting another Orion, I'll just be like dead to everybody. What happens if I activate you? Sure. Where'd you go? Banshee. What are your customized options that already exist? Now, see, like, that's not terrible. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of that. I'm a huge believer in keeping to the basic idea of the mech, which is why, for like the archer, for example, I put everything back into the torsos. I'm just kind of upgrading some stuff, making it more viable, more than anything else. Okay. That could definitely work, but I'm not sure I want to pay 10 million C-bills. Now, the big thing here is they probably swap it out, yeah, for an XL engine. El Guapo. Yeah, I just don't want to pay 10 million C-bills for a new engine. That does not sound desirable. I mean, for the first time, I am over 100 million C-bills, which 10% of the way there, baby. Now I just need a dropship. Once I get a dropship, some of my... Hey, what's up, youngster? Once I get the dropship, some of my transportation costs will be a little bit better. I mean, the El Guapo is nice. It has everything you really want. You can kind of go with whatever you want on a Banshee. Oops, nope, don't do that. Which is kind of nice. All right, let's go to experimental. Let's jump to double heat sinks. Drop down to like 14 of them. Got 240 armor. We'll just ditch all of that. So for energy weapons, a couple of ERPPCs. Ballistics. Don't necessarily want to do a Gauss rifle, but an AC-10X will not go amiss. And then maybe, honestly, some medium pulses. Or how are we doing on weight? We are super over tonnage right now, so that's not ideal. But if I drop down just a little tiny bit, still end up with... no, that's not great. I mean, part of the power of the Banshee is to be able to just like walk in and stomp on things. So you know what? Why don't we turn the Banshee into a brute? Banshee's just going to be a brute, and it's going to be awesome. So, okay, fair. 336 million in the bank, 10 million drop in the bucket. You're not wrong. Not wrong. But especially when you're wanting to get yourself a happy little union, for example, I am not even halfway there. One day, and then I'll finally have a whopping 74 tons of cargo space, because, you know, that's what I have. I mean, I could really save up for a Triumph, get 751 tons, but it doesn't even put me anywhere close to the needed 5,000 tons. Whatever, it's fine. All right, so let's turn this thing into a brute. So ballistics. Oof. Once again, not ideal, but... yeah, why not? Do that. We will do some medium pulse. Nope, not large pulse. No, don't do that. No, even that's too much. Okay. I understand now why they had to go with the XL engine to get all that crap on there. Not sure we can get away without the XL engine. Not unless... do we go to Endosteel? If we go to Endosteel, it saves us a little bit. Saves us a little bit, which isn't too bad. And that lets us drop our heatsink count down to something a little more reasonable. then do an ERPPC. Honestly, just ERPPC, and then load out with medium pulses. We could do that. That's fine. We'll get a little toasty. Just a little bit. Just a touch. Touch toasty if we, like, go full ham on it. The only downside is we can't unload both ERPPC simultaneously, which, again, not ideal. Not ideal at all. This is frustrating. This is very frustrating. Okay, I'm going to come back to this one. We're just going to remove you from the lab. Forget this ever happened. We'll look at something else for right now. I might just have to... I might either sell the Banshee or bite the bullet and get the XL engine. I might just. I don't want to. I don't like it. But I might do it. Then otherwise, for our Thunderbolts, do we have any Thunderbolts out and about? No. All right, what do we have for options for the Thunderbolt? That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Not quite my favorite thing in the world, but not the worst either. That's pretty okay. Okay, this is the clanner though, so we're not going to play around with that right now. That's all clan stuff. I'm going against the clan so I can steal their stuff. Not just going to buy it willy-nilly. Let's take a look at some stuff here. Let's think about this. Naturally, low-hanging fruit. Double heat sinks. Already off to a better start. We can go to Endo Steel. So what if we dump the machine guns in favor of like small pulses for, and I'm going to do small pulse lasers more for like anti-infantry kind of stuff. Like that's why I'm thinking small pulse lasers. All right, so we can do those. Oof. All right, let's go ahead and try to fill it. And no ammo to go boom. Yeah, exactly right. Okay, so there's all that. The large lasers. Got the space. I think I can do like an ER large, right? So that's 5. Standard large laser is also 5. That's not a big deal. I can definitely do that. Although if I want to make it a brawler, let's do like a large pulse. I don't want to do that. Same number of crits, so we can just pull you over into the arm. Don't need to worry about case. Well, actually, we might have to worry about case. Let's go ahead and remove those. Let's remove the LRM-15s. Let's remove the medium lasers for right now. Let's go ahead and look at some LRMs here. Do we leave the LRM-15s on, or do we downsize to LRM-10s? I'm thinking we downsize to LRM-10s. And we just throw 1 ton of ammo on and call it good. And then we can do a streak 2. With some streak 2 ammo, which will be fine. I don't like that. We're gonna do this, and then we can case. Oh, we can put the streak 2 in the center torso. That's fine. Then that'll let us case this up. I'm already loading the entire thing up within this deal, so should be fine. All right. Then, okay, so we've got our anti-infantry stuff with small pulse lasers. We've got a streak 2. We've got the LRM-10. Got a large pulse laser. That leaves us with... This is going to be much more of a brawler. Like, let's... Well, then what's the purpose of the streak 2? Let's think about this. Yeah, because that lets us get double crit potential, so... I think the answer here is we just do standard medium lasers. So that we're not getting completely wrecked on heat. I mean, at this point, it's only 1 more heat for the pulses, so if we're going to get into short range, we might as well just get into short range. And eat the heat. It's going to be a hot tech Thunderbolt. That's right. But it's going to be a little nicer than what it was. Oh, you know what I really should do is let's go ahead and dump 1 medium pulse. Let's allocate that last little tiny bit of armor. Let's do medium laser and then fine. Small. There we go. That'll be fine. All right. Now then. Honestly, large pulse lasers can go to the torso. Medium pulses. Is that what I want to do? Yeah. Okay, cool. There we go. Save for later. Hold on. Wait a second. There we go. There we go. Cool. It's going to do all of the things. There are going to be some unhappy people out there like, what are you? Why do you do what you do? Well, you know what? It's my game. Do what I want. Ooh, 9s. Not ideal. Let's save that until tomorrow. And you know what? Let's just save everything for tomorrow. Let's just cool our jets for a minute. There we go. Next day. Did the things. Good deal. Why do you all suck? Yeah, some of these refits might take a while. How do you fail so badly? All right, let's go ahead and take a look at some of our personnel here. So, mech warriors especially. Yeah, some folks definitely went out and got themselves some XP. Power is just living his best life. We're going to keep on working some stuff up there. Joanna is 2-2 pilot and a maneuvering ace. I mean, I think we make her a 1-2. All right, we have ourselves another 1-2 pilot. Pretty ideal. I think that we can make you... Do I have W5s? CW5s? No, I don't, but probably should. My Victor pilot. Ooh, I need to make you a jumping jack. That's what I need to do. If you're going to be in a Victor, you just have to be a jumping jack. How much does that cost? Maneuvering abilities. There it is. 200. Ouch. All right. Well, that's fine. It's a later us problem. You... There we go. And you can get promoted to CW3. Warhammer Sea Pilot is currently at 3-3. Probably need a little bit more to get you up a little bit further. Yep. Same thing with you. Ouch. Okay. Some of my green pilots might be able to move up on some stuff. Yeah. There you go. Now you're a 4-5. Congratulations. Get some people promoted. This dude looks like he's like 12. I don't know what's going on with him, but I think that he needs to go eat some Wheaties or something. Womp womp. Okay. So those are all done. depending on what our next contract is, hopefully we can put together a training lance again and get some of these folks trained up a little. I don't know if I have anybody who's a good trainer right now. That's the only downside. I think I do. Training 7, which isn't great. Oh, in case you guys didn't know, I think I mentioned this last time. There is an aggregate combat view that shows you literally everything you want to know for the most part, which is pretty neat. That's going to be coming to 51.0. Not utility. I think it's admin skills. Yeah. Okay, so I do have some people who have 7, training skill of 7, which is fine. All right, Minerva is still here, so we can always use them. How much longer are you out for the count? 8 days. Okay. You're still out for 7 days. Exceptional attribute, intelligence. Wonderful, wonderful. Then the other thing I have to do is, hold on, if I do this. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So something that has been asked for a lot are like what things do you want to improve with Quick Train? All right, that's pretty great. So it makes it a lot easier. Let's look at techs. Skill levels. If you are regular or below, I need to give some people some ranks, it looks like. All right, what happened here? So, improved some administration, Aztecing. Good deal. Hilariously, we have a tech who's now a good melee specialist. Oh, nice. Well, that's less than ideal, but whatever. Cool. Good. Folks are moving up in the world, which is great. All of these dudes should be... Oh no, it's not pulling in my campaign options. I might have to rechange or reset this again in a minute, but whatever. My custom ranks. Actually, I shouldn't even have to go into campaign options. Yeah. I should just have to change rank system, use campaign rank system. That should fix it. That did not fix it. Well, that's weird. Human resources, biography rank system. So, yeah, campaign rank system. That is all there. Apply that. Should be good. Ah. Why are you giving me problems? I might end up looking into this next time. But Fortunately, we've got a lot of folks who are trained up. We've got more stuff to do. The next stream will likely be a whole lot of me just doing admin things, all of the admin stuff, which I know some people actually really enjoy, which I love. Do I want to do that? Maybe. Okay, let's apply that. Let's try that. I might futz around with this in a little bit. Uh-oh. Nope, don't do that. That's frustrating. I'll screw around with this in a little bit. But anyways, next time around, probably going to be a lot of admin. We finished the contract, so it's going to be a lot of doing refits on different mechs. It's going to be making sure everybody gets trained up, maybe buying some new mechs, things like that. And kind of just going from there. But I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here, I think. We'll pick this up, like I said, next week, probably next Tuesday. Will be the next stream. If you missed it earlier, we will stream next week. There will either be 1 or 2 streams next week. And then the following week after that will be no streams. So the week of June 15th, 0 streams, no streams, because our family's getting bigger. And then the week after that, hopefully starting up again with 1 to 2 streams per week for the foreseeable future. I hope you all have enjoyed the stream. If you're watching this now on YouTube or watching this on Twitch and you haven't already followed the channel, I really appreciate if you follow the channel. If you're watching later on YouTube and you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell icon to get notified when there are new videos. There will be some new tutorial videos coming out with some of the new features that we're expecting in 0.51.0. And yeah, have a great night. We'll catch you next time, hopefully on Tuesday around 8 p.m. Central Time. Take care. Have a wonderful night. Stay safe. And as always, we'll raid a random human if you hang out.